G'day viewers, we're at the Brisbane Regionals. We're into the grand final between Josh on the left playing Jesminder and myself on the right playing NEH Hub. I'm joined by Daryl Russell. How you doing, Daryl?
Hey, good.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for joining. I think you worked a little bit with Josh on this Jesminder.
Earlier versions, this is quite different to what we were working on at that time.
Yeah, so, I mean, Jesminder is obviously a good candidate for a siphon in Shaper, so...
Yeah, I think it allows for all the shaper stuff that that they're good for, I guess. Being able to get the tools that they need when they need it, but also be able to play some of the Anarch shenanigans that seems to be really strong right now.
Yeah, and you can obviously clot lock NEH Hub as well with self-modifying code and clone chip. You can get good access. So
Yeah.
Josh straight away using a code siphon. I've never seen one in play, but nice card for Jesminder.
Yeah, no, it works really well, and getting the right breaker out in the first place really helped making it fire. So
yeah, Inti, a decent way to get through this resistor. I've thrown a toll booth straight on HQ because I just think, siphon, got to slow it down a bit, hopefully.
So you're playing a standard, fast advance in this, or?
What I've done with this was I've put like a lot of tag ice in, three ravens, a Gutenberg, and a couple of turnpikes, and try to land a tag so I can exchange of information. I've put a couple global foods in, so I'm writing 2 global food, 3 Beal, 3 Astro, 2 breaking news.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a twist, but it's still 2 biotic labels.
Okay.
I did try and play a sync, the more taggy sync version, but I just like playing the biotics. I think it's better than playing those blue level clearances in the sync version.
Yeah.
But this is okay. I can't tell if it's better than just playing regular Astrobiotic, but it seems decent.
Yeah, well, I guess you got yourself up to the finals, so you must have done well enough.
It was the weaker deck. I think I lost 3 games. And I'm really worried about this match because I got beaten pretty hard by Josh in the upper bracket final. So Josh is in the top seed here. I have to win both these games, and this is probably the harder one.
Okay, so you're getting a pretty big setup at the moment. Like he's got 2 of his primary breakers out. Maya's now out.
That's exactly it. He's got breaking news, but if you can break code gates, you can make barriers, and then Jesminder can get through a Raven or a Gutenberg without having a breaker. So all my ice is almost blank now. I have to really stack stuff to get it to do anything.
Yeah. Considering you were going for that tagging, did the resistors do a lot of work after the tags kind of started landing, or?
Not really, to be honest. But I just like resing. It's 0 to res, so it's not bad, even when it's not working.
Well, essentially, it's just a cheaper wraparound when you consider that the barrier break is installed.
I was thinking there'd be a bit of more siphon spam around, so I thought I can use a resistor in HQ if someone's going max siphon spam or something like that, or if even playing a criminal when they start to go tag me, it might be good, but it never really came up.
Yeah, I think the meta overall was kind of getting a feel that it was going to move over to Glacier, with all the criminals starting to come out into play and stuff like that. I had a feeling that they're going to start seeing a lot more Blue Suns and the food coat lists and stuff like that. But seems like there was still a fair bit of the fast advance going on.
Yeah, a little bit of fast advance, a lot of butcher shop, a lot of bit of Wayland, but yeah, a lot of NPM sync and NEH Hub for sure.
Yeah.
So we've got a few resources going there. Daily business is nice.
Yeah. So you've gone daily business over the top of Sensi Actions Union. Is there a certain reason you've done that, like, or you
I've
just?
tried them both. Yeah, honestly, I didn't get as much use out of the Sensi. Like, people were also way more keen to trash Sensi,
Yeah.
and I
It's
think
a lot cheaper too.
with my temple, I can usually get a free res on the daily business.
Yeah. So I guess here you're icing up R&D pretty hard. Is this from the earlier game or?
Yeah, I need to stack several tagging ice to be able to actually counter Jesminder. So I think I've gone a turnpike or something. So
That's a piece of ice that really, is getting a lot more play now. It's very taxing.
turnpike, yeah, it's been pretty solid.
Without the sentry breaker there's pretty much no way anybody's playing through that trace either.
Yeah, I mean, Jasmine is an interesting case because, yeah, she can obviously just avoid the tag and just lose one credit. So yeah, it's still better than nothing, I guess. Now, yeah, the game's got a bit of a slow start. I haven't been able to find an Astro to score. Josh hasn't managed to get Clot, so I'm thinking I need to push to try and get on the board before he locks me down. I think Josh has finally drawn up to 5 cards. I've been hanging on to these sweeps weeks. I've played 2 sweeps weeks. So I feel a lot better about my econ, but yeah, I just don't like the pace. I need to be able to outpace him.
Well, yeah, like I think one of the good things for you is you haven't seen the self-modifying code out, so it's you're in a pretty good spot at the moment to just start trying to rush as soon as you find it.
Yeah, so I guess Josh is just going to have to dig here. What am I going to get? I'm hoping I can score soon with the DBS filtering through my R&D there. Just found a Gutenberg and a fast track there, so I'm tempted to fast track for AstroScript and just get busy. I think that Gutenberg's going up.
So how are you feeling like overall about your assets? Like Josh hasn't shown any sign of wanting to get rid of them, which is like, I guess, considering he does want to siphon you out, the pad campaigns are going to kind of keep you in the game.
Yeah, I'm really happy about having all those assets out, but yeah, Josh hasn't been able to get like a huge amount of econ going, especially not being able to land siphon in a very profitable way.
Yeah.
So it's okay, but yeah, econ's not going to necessarily be the game breaker in this. I think it's just being able to push through that R&D lock that killed me last game, and being able to get through a clot recursion.
Yeah. So his list isn't using sacrificial construct at all, or?
No, it's not. That's one thing I've got going for me. I think that's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've practiced. I've maybe got close a couple of times, but yeah, usually just get absolutely rolled when they get a sacrificial clone out. So yeah, I've got there's the biotic labour. I've managed to get my Astro Skip scored. Sorry, the camera got bumped and this agenda's a little bit off the screen there, but yeah, 2 points Astro Script, Astro 2. So a lot better than last game. I never even saw AstroScript. He stole them all off R&D.
And that's a Beal in hand as well, it looks like.
Yeah, I think so.
What's index? Really, Alex? Indexing.
Josh has gone for an index. I'm so tired, I ask, what's the index? He shows me indexing. Late night, long day. Sees Gutenberg, sees Turnpike. So he has to pay through the trace of Turnpike. So that's nice. It's done something. And then breaks the resistor and sees an AstroScript there. So and then puts my Cyberdex on the bottom. Good for him, I guess. Bad for me. He'll have just enough money to punch back in there and steal it. So that's 2 out of the 3 AstroScripts. So I've just been indexed. No chance of finding the third one.
Yeah. So I'm kind of surprised that the DBS was left towards the top, but it's really just going to help you find what you need a little bit faster.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to say. I mean, how to manage those middle cards.
I think I'm going to go to bed. I've got work in the morning.
CVS at the bottom, obvious, and Astro at the top, obvious, but the other 3, I don't know. It is a tricky card to manage.
Yeah.
I think I've gone the Raven
Oh yeah.
at the top there, so that's going to get taxing. You might have to actually take tags. Going for Earthrise, he still really needs his clone chip or something like that to get Clot involved.
Mm.
I'm not sure. He may have actually drawn it and be holding it in hand at the moment.
Mm. Yeah, it's quite hard. Can't see what's in his hand at the moment.
Yeah. I've got a Cyberdex and a Beal.
It definitely does, because Alex always complains about how loud I am.
And a fast track.
In his defense, the time that he was complaining, I was not on screen, but that my audio
It's a
was.
fast track.
And I was like down there. Yeah, finals are on time. I mean, I think so. You're the TO.
Yeah, really critical stage. I'm thinking he must be able to get Clot soon. So I'm fast tracking for AstroScript. I figure I can maybe pull off a Cyberdex play. I've got Cyberdex in hand.
Mm. Well, yeah, especially considering he's got your third one, you really want to be able to get that out as soon as possible.
Exactly. He's probably just going to go tag me and lock R&D is what I'm thinking. Yeah. So if I just put it in my hand, he's probably not going to be too keen to poke through a toll booth for a single access. He doesn't really run any HQ multi-access. So yeah, I've played him a couple of times. Just the once in elimination. So I know that I didn't get legwork that game, so I don't think I'll get legworked. I've done something weird here. I've thrown the Cyberdex out naked.
Mm-hmm.
It's just dumb enough to work, I guess. I probably should have put it behind the toll booth. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, I guess leave it in the open for the trash is probably not the best idea, but...
I guess he could suspect it's a San, and he might just not want to trash it.
Yeah.
That might be the interpretation, but yeah, really weird play.
Guess what? I'm gonna trash.
So he's discarded
And there
Clot,
goes the Clot.
installed the clone chip, so he can do it. But I do have Cyberdex on the board, so yeah, I can get away with it. There's my exchange of information, my tag punishment in case I need it.
How many times did you use it on the day?
Honestly, I used it once, and there was another game where it was a factor, but it didn't get used. So yeah, it's okay, I guess. It at least makes people think about should I go tag me or not, rather than when you play normal fast events, they just go tag me and you just lose.
Yeah.
So I've double advanced that a little bit too fast. So I'll just rewind one click and I say, do you want to get your Clot now? He thinks about it, then realizes, oh, that must be a Cyberdex. No, doesn't want to get his Clot because Cyberdex. So he's just going to let me have the second Astro. So 2 Astros and a token.
Is that 2 bills in hand?
Yeah, it is now. Which is nice, really, because that means there's only 1 Beal and 2 global foods in the whole R&D.
And it's a Cyberdex.
Yeah, so he gets rid of it without actually having to spend a clone chip, which is nice. I'll have to think of something else for me to score my next agenda. He's got freedom through equality, which was pretty cool to include.
Yeah, it works really well with indexing because you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to get the access.
Yeah, and it's good against those decks with global food where it's hard to find. You often end up on 6.
Yeah.
And yeah, to finish off games, it can really speed that up.
Well, there was a while there where everybody was running the one of notoriety for that reason. I think that it's just a little bit more effective than what notoriety is. So.
Definitely. So RDI, I think I can tell he may be ready to go tag me if I manage to score another one.
Well, I guess, yeah, like I know I'd be feeling a little bit frustrated right now at the board state and how the lack of accesses that he's been able to get over the last probably 3 or 4 turns.
Yep, so Cyberdex is in hand. What I've done is thrown an Archangel on HQ and put the Cyberdex down there and said to him, well, Cyberdex is in here, but it'll cost you.
Yeah.
So then it's a really... I don't think you can afford to do HQ and R&D. So yeah, it's a tough call. He's just gone for...
Just for an econ turn?
Yeah, by the look of it.
So
that almost lets me...
Just get that set up a little bit better.
Now this is important. I draw here, and I think I see a global food and maybe a breaking news.
Okay.
And that's good because I'm just thinking to myself, is there some crazy exchange of information play I can do if I actually take the global food and then give it to him? But then I think, oh no, that's dumb. I'll just do take the breaking news. I can probably bait the Clot with the breaking news and score it without having to waste my Astro token.
Yeah.
And then be on 5 with an Astro token and no clone chip on the board.
Yeah.
That'll be the perfect scenario if I can pull that off. So we'll see. That's definitely the plan. If Josh can get another clone chip, I'm pretty sunk.
Well, I guess without the sack con, just fast advancing out, and then just rezzing and scoring in 1 point. So the multiple clone chips isn't really going to affect you too much.
Yeah, sack con is huge. So here I go with the breaking news. Forces the clot, and then Josh has realised, wow, okay, that's another Cyberdex. He's a little frustrated, but
he has to do
has
it.
to slam the thing down because it's just you got to do what you got to do. There's the purge.
That costs you 3 credits and CDS.
And I get the breaking news, still got the token, and now I'm in a really great spot, provided Josh doesn't draw into another clone chip.
Your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. I draw a card for the.
I'm going to. This is really fucking tight.
Tough to decide what to do here for Josh. You can just smash into R&D, go tag me, or try and dig for the clone chip.
Yeah.
Both are not guaranteed.
Same old index.
Let's go and
So
same old thing index.
Indexing, trying to just get ahead of your DBS, see what's coming, and try and make sure that, try and get the agendas before you do, I guess.
I guess, yeah, just hope I don't have the win in hand. Yeah, not a bad guess, I guess. So yeah, bit of glare there, but you've got a Data Raven. He gets through the tag, but I end up with a counter. And this is quite good. This is the best Resister's done for me. Up to strength 2. And for Inti.
Could have used the Data Raven token to make it 3.
Yeah, I could have actually locked him out there, but again, I'm not 100% with it at this time of the night. Luckily, there's not enough money to get back in.
Yeah.
He does see a
Yeah,
bill.
he's got the Beal, so yeah. Putting it down that little bit past the DBS.
Yep. Good play. Smart player. Just in range where the RDI will get it next turn.
Yeah. Also, you can be able to afford to get through again, I'd hope. Clicking up with Armitage again.
My clone chips.
No question.
But that should be all good for me now. I've got the deals in hand, so
Yeah.
yeah, managed to scrape a win. It wasn't easy, but
You might have it.
got it done. I'll go through to the next part of the grand final, where I've got to beat Blue Sun with a Wizard, which I probably feel better about than this matchup, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I did see one on
Yeah.
this, but it wasn't.
Yeah, no, well, it was a good game, and you played really well, so.
Cool, yeah. Well, thanks for joining, and that was the first half of the grand final. Cheers. It's Alex and Daryl signing off.
Cheers.